Manager Live Objectives, the new way that you can get season points for new manager career mode, if you want to call it a career mode, addition to FC26. Now, there's people struggling with some of these, so this video is a little bit different to the usual type of weekly one, which will just explain how to do them, but there's a few things that have happened since the last week's one. Now, we now know for certain if you try to recomplete a challenge that you have already completed, guys, it will not work. So you cannot do a free 5-minute challenge, for example, and then you've already completed it, and then when this objective refresh is completed again, you'll get hit with an error message saying something like objective failed to validate or waiting for objective validation. So you have to play a fresh new challenge every time, which is frustrating, and I'm not even sure I'm going to do these this week because I've already done all of the quickest ones for the season. Now, I will have to assume that every new season they will give us some new challenges to do. I bloody hope so. But in this video, guys, we have built up, I've got a list as well with a rough time estimate, in my opinion, from the quickest to the least quickest Manager Live challenges to complete. So if you guys are yet to do them, then you should do them because you can get some season points. So of course, go to Manager Career, go to Manager Live, and you will see all of the challenges that you've completed that are in progress or that you can go ahead and complete. So as you can see, these are all of the ones that I have completed. So if I wanted to try do one that I've already completed, like say transfer improvements, which is the easiest one, I'll show you guys the list shortly, or the quickest one I should say, then it will not count towards this week's one. I'd have to go and choose a fresh one, right? So I'd have to go Jamal's double or something like that. Choose one that I've not already completed for it to count. So yeah, let's head on over to the list and I'll explain which ones are quickest. Now, sorry for the flashbang, a little bit of a flashbang warning, very, very bright. But if you want to pause it here, guys, maybe take a screenshot, then go for it. So the quickest Manager Live challenges. Now, the first quickest one, of course, we've labeled it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and we have a gap between 8, 9, 10, which I'll explain why shortly, is transfer improvements, which I've got estimated at 3 minutes long. European Elites, I've got estimated at 7 minutes. Top at Christmas, I've got 5 to 10 minutes. Points deduction, about 10 minutes. Alex Morgan, 10 to 30 minutes. Preseason trophy, 30 minutes. Off to a flyer, 50 minutes. Then I put a big gap because that's when it kind of gets pretty annoying. European Kings, Jamal's double, Jude's double, 20 minutes to an hour. And of course, there is like another 5 or 6 of them, which are all an hour plus. And you know, that will take a while. You'd probably want to prioritize them last. Now, you may notice there is a big gap between 20 minutes and an hour. That's a pretty big range. So of course, I will explain it. So we'll go from in order of 1 to 10. So guys, transfer improvements, without a doubt the easiest one, literally takes like 3 minutes. 3 minutes from loading in. Earn at least 10 million from transfers, spend at least 20 million on transfers. Now, of course, I've already completed it. I can try do it again, and then it will just say it's validating and it will not count towards my Manager Live objective. I may as well just do it now, just to show you guys. Here we go. Offer receipt for Jurrien Timber. I'd hate to sell Jurrien Timber in real life, obviously. But you accept that, and whilst after you sell that, of course, it needs to be at least, what, 10 million's worth of sales. So then now I can just go and buy someone for at least, I think it was 20 million. Let's go buy Mateta. And now Timber, we had to simulate like another week, but that's Timber gone, unfortunately, for 60 million. And that should be the challenge done. I'm an Arsenal fan, so this hurts to sell because I'm an Arsenal fan. But that is the challenge done, guys, and you get this error message. Challenge validation is in progress. Please check again later. So yeah, that's essentially what you have to do. It took me maybe about 4 minutes there. But yeah, without a doubt, that's the quickest one. If you haven't already done it, guys, make sure you do this one. Of course, if you already have, then that's unfortunate. The next quickest one, guys, I've got is European Elites. Now, this is under domestic. Now, this one here, you just have to finish in at least top 4. Now, I estimated 7 minutes here. You need to get top 4. What you want to do is go European Elites. You want to go ahead and you want to choose PSG, guys. You want to go ahead because they're just so dominant in their league. You want to choose PSG. You want to head on over all the way to general settings and make sure you select no sacking. Then all you have to do, guys, is go to the calendar, simulate till the end of the season, and 99 out of 100 times you should get top 4. And of course, you can't get sacked. So yeah, that's that done. Now I did put 7 minutes because with the simulation it will occasionally stop, you know, like maybe a player will get injured or something like that, and you'll have to just change it, and then you can go back to the calendar, simulate to the end of the season. Top at Christmas, you need to finish in at least first position and lose no more than 5 matches by Christmas time. Now the reason I put 5 minutes to 10 minutes is because it does really depend, but with top at Christmas, choose a very dominant team. I mean, to be fair, PSG again would be the smartest one to choose. PSG. Do the same thing, make sure you guys go ahead and select no sacking, and then also what you're going to want to do is put the difficulty 3 minutes a half beginner difficulty, and you're going to want to simulate to about Christmas time, but you're going to want to stop the simulation halfway through and even maybe simulate till like the mid-November or something. And if you're not top at that point, what you're going to want to do is you're just going to want to jump into a game. It's beginner, 3 minutes a half, score 2 goals, sim to the end, and just ensure you get the win essentially, just to make sure you're top. But yeah, you could get this in 5 minutes, or of course maybe some of the simulated games doesn't do you any favors and you do just have to just score a couple goals in beginner, adds like 40 seconds on to each game. But yeah, that one also incredibly easy, top at Christmas. Then got points deduction, which is 10 minutes we've got here. Now what you guys need to do, and I did have some questions about this guys, is because what you need to do is you need to avoid relegation for the whole season. You start with minus 20 points, but you have a transfer embargo for 2 windows. And someone said, how can you sell a player with a transfer embargo? I tested this earlier on, guys. Transfer embargo just means you can't buy a player, but you can still sell a player. So no problem. When you load into the save, just sell a player, literally like exactly what we did for the transfer improvements one, right? Check your offers, sell a player, accept any offer over 20 million, choose Arsenal or PSG or something like that. In fact, does this let you choose PSG? It does. So choose Arsenal or PSG. Once again, make sure you guys go to the settings and put no sacking on. No sacking is crucial. Then we've got the preseason trophy at 30 minutes long, and then off to a flyer at 50 minutes long. So the preseason trophy, guys, this one is not too bad whatsoever. You essentially have to win the preseason tournament that you join, which I believe is 3 or 4 games, and then win the first game of the league. Now the issue is you cannot simulate them. You cannot sim the matches, which means you're going to have to do beginner difficulty, 3 minutes a half, that's 6 minutes a game. I believe it's 4 games. In the preseason, so that's 24 minutes plus the full first game of the league season, so that's 30 minutes for the preseason trophy. Now as for off to a flyer, it's pretty annoying. Now I did put 50 minutes, but this could very well surpass an hour because it is the exact same. You cannot simulate any matches and you have to win 5 matches in the starting league. But what is annoying with this is you have to do preseason and you cannot skip preseason. It's so annoying. So you have to play 4 full preseason matches, or 3 full preseason matches if you lose them, I believe. And then you have to then win the 5. So it's going to make you play 8 games, I'm pretty sure, minimum, which is 3 minutes a half. So in fact, what is 6 times 8? 6 times 8, 48 minutes. And we put 50 minutes down. But it could be closer to an hour for that one. So Jamal's double, win the Bundesliga and the Pokal with Musiala in your starting 11 for at least 25 matches. And the same with Jude, win La Liga, win Copa del Rey or the Spanish Cup with Bellingham in your starting 11. Now, of course, with the help of simming and jumping into some games to help try make sure you win the La Liga and Copa del Rey. But the issue with this one is that the minimum difficulty has to be professional and you cannot have no sacking on, which is annoying. Very annoying. So it means that you cannot do beginner, amateur, or semi-pro. So you have to have minimum professional difficulty. So if you do jump into a game to make sure you win the game, then yeah, you will have to you will have to do it on at least professional. And then the final one, guys, which we did include, was European Kings. We gave it the same threshold of 20 minutes to an hour. And European Kings is under the European tab. You have to finish it. Basically, you have to finish in top 4 in your league and win the Champions League. It's the same case though. The board expectations is harsh, which means you better not get sacked, so you have to be good, essentially. And you need to get top 4 and win the Champions League. Probably PSG is your best bet. Top 4, win the Champions League. Now, there is no, like, professional minimum requirement, which is good, but with the board expectations being harsh, it's a bit risky simming all of it. So yeah, you also have to make sure you lose no more than 4 matches in the Champions League. But yeah, this one, once again, 20 minutes to an hour, but just that harsh board expectations is a little bit frustrating. So guys, that is all of them, the quickest ones in order. Of course, the Jude Bellingham, the Musiala in this one, this is more on the upper end, and I don't really want to do these, to be honest. I'd rather just miss out on that XP, because there's still plenty of XP to get other ways. I should still get the max level without doing these. In fact, I'm almost certain you will be able to. But the ones we did exclude are the ones that are just very, very, very tedious, right? So European contenders, finish at least top 4, lose no more than 6 matches, at least professional Shreks like this one, you can't sim. So that is going to take a while. That's going to take like 1.5, 2 hours, right? Road to Glory, win any league. So you have to win, it looks like you have to get promoted with a 2nd division team, and then win a league and a Champions League. Like that is going to take a while. This one here, you can't sim matches. So you have to like play a full set. Like these all just take a long time, right? So at that point, I just think it's not really worth it, guys. But yeah, hopefully this helped you guys out. Of course, you have that list to follow. And if you're like myself, and I'll show you guys my completed ones. If you're like myself and you're done all of the ones that are under 40, 50 minutes long, at that point, I don't think it's worth putting 2 hours into a challenge, an hour even into a challenge for 250 XP. You'd actually probably benefit more grinding squad battles, you know, or get some squad battles rewards or something. So yeah, hopefully this helped out, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Fingers crossed as well, next year when these manager life challenges refresh, we get lots of easy ones. Or they make it that you can recomplete it and have it keep counting. That would be quite nice as well, of course.